Is Minnesota Governor Tim Walz putting Somalis ahead of Americans? That's the question a lot of people are suddenly asking. A new article from the New York Times has people in Walz's own state turning against him. According to the piece, federal prosecutors say more than $1 billion in taxpayer money was stolen through at least 3 different schemes under investigation. The biggest one was the Feeding Our Future scandal, reportedly the largest COVID-19 fraud case in the country. Dozens of scammers in Minnesota are accused of siphoning over $1 billion meant for feeding kids. Employees for the Minnesota Department of Human Services thanked the New York Times for calling out what they say is Walz's failure to act. Tim Walz is 100% responsible for the massive fraud in Minnesota. We let Tim Walz know of fraud early on, hoping for a partnership in stopping fraud, but no, we got the opposite response. Tim Walz systemically retaliated against whistleblowers using monitoring, threats, repression, and did his best to discredit fraud reports. Instead of partnership, we got the full weight of retaliation by Tim Walz. So according to these employees, Walz ignored early warnings about hundreds of millions being stolen from programs like childcare, Medicaid, and the Feeding Our Future operation, which alone involved over $250 million in federal funds that ended up being spent on luxury items and even transferred overseas. The New York Times also reported another scheme where providers allegedly recruited children in Minneapolis's Somali community, falsely claiming they qualified for autism therapy, and then paid parents kickbacks for participating. Just last week, federal prosecutors charged 86 people, many from Minnesota's Somali community, making the reported losses across the various schemes past $1 billion. Right before the Times article went live, President Trump posted on X claiming that Minnesota, under Walz, has become, quote, a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. He also said he would end the Temporary Protected Status, TPS program, and he said, quote, Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over.